Welcome to the weird world of Football Manager. Today we see if it continues, but also we've got some European action coming up very soon that I am very, very excited about. As always, if you have been enjoying the series up to this point, drop a like, that would be most delightful. So all in all, I'm actually still relatively okay with our start to the season. I feel like we had a few fortunate results in there too, which perhaps I didn't give as much credence to. So I feel like we were kind of lucky to beat Mulder, lucky to beat Bodder the way that we did, and I think it has sort of come home to roost a little bit. We're still perhaps underperforming a little bit, but it certainly isn't as bad as it was, and it's just nice to see us putting up some good numbers in the league. And I can just hope that we can just continue this today, get our head down, get some league games under the belt, and hopefully by the end of today's video, when we're doing some European stuff, we're right back in this title race and challenging at the very top. That's the play. But I feel like at the end of this season, if we're still having the same issues, then we will have to have a little look at it in some ways, but it's going to be a very difficult period, honestly, because this presents a very interesting puzzle. Normally my attitude towards tactics on FM is kind of, if you build it, they will come, and translated that essentially means if you create it, they will score. So the more chances you create, the more chances you get to score. Sort of sounds about right. This tactic seems to go against everything I've ever known, but maybe that's just one of these things that we'll iron out. As we go away to Bran today, they've not had the best start to the season, but do still only sit 5 points behind us. But after this, it's a run of 3 consecutive home matches, which is a good opportunity for us to potentially start grabbing a few more victories, as we have had a nice little week off in between. We'll do the standard switcheroo and then shuffle things around a little bit to put them back where they should be, essentially. Velej there. No, Gomez still into the middle. Velej, I still trust Gomez more than Velej at the moment, anyway. Although, actually, hang on, let me have a look at that. Yeah, I mean, not that star rating's everything, but I do still like Hannes Gomez in the middle. We are, of course, still missing Nicholas Dida, but I think I'm still going to go with this and then Riedningen on the left. Keeper is now missed training for a 4th time, or whatever, and then he complained about not fitting in with the rest of the squad, presumably because the rest of the squad didn't want to go drinking every damn day. So then he complained and said he wanted to leave, which is absolutely absurd. I brought him in. He's been here less than like 3 or 4 months, has missed training virtually every opportunity and missed matches, and then it's like, I just don't feel settled here, bruv. Can you understand why? I'm in a terrific mood this morning, so let the pandemonium commence. Hopefully, the lads can just turn up today. We'll get Kawamoto firing. He is still the top scorer in the entire league with 9 in 9. And when I say that, he has 5 more goals than any other player in the top flight. I think if he just has an okay season from here on out, he'll probably nab top scorer honours for the year, which is excellent. Also, in additional news, our standard trio have now been called up to the Norway squad again, but now with the inclusion of Emil Vedigere on top of that. So 4 players in the Norwegian national team squad for the next international break is kind of mental. Oh, what a touch from Indestad. I say he's got Kawamoto. He might need to use him here. Oh, Michael, no. I love our midfield because there's always options available. Oh, nice play. Riedningen now. Bombing into the box. Can he win a pen? No, he's gone outside the box again. Whips it through. Indestad. Oh my God, he's actually scored. It's Bran 0, Tromsø 1. Michael Indestad with a bullet header. It's only his... It's only the 2nd time he's actually scored in a game this season. Obviously, he got the hat-trick in that game earlier on, but he hasn't scored since then. Despite having opportunities, he's really been catching up with his XG. But this is great work from Steve Riedningen. Indestad's got 2 people on him, makes a busting run at the near post, just a little boom. Did that hit him on the chest? Though we have just had the 1 shot so far and have scored it. So that's a very unusual scenario for us, honestly. Bron looking okay. Oh, wow, that's a good ball through for Hansen. It's just 1-0. It's just a goal. Hansen scored. I don't think I can really befault Bron, that one, really. It's just a great pick out on a weird one, but... I don't know, this is not what we were like last year. We'd get in front and we'd be so damn stable after that, and it's just not happened there. Hansen's just managed to peel through the middle of the centre-backs. Nobody's tracked the run. It's a great finish, though. Holy God. To Lewisstein. Now he gets it back again. Nice work. Rakic. Oh, if they could have just moved that a bit faster there. Maybe there was a chance on Jonsson. Cornish. So many bodies in there. Just has to find one. Oh, it's a good save. Nice header from Indestad, though. Good work. The rest of the half's kind of passed without incident. We might be slightly edging it, but we've just had a better quality of chance than they have, really. It's been pretty even. I think in the second half, we need to start to go for the throat a little bit more. But Kawamoto's just had nothing to work with today. We're going to up the tempo and the aggression a little bit in the second half. Go to slightly more mixed crosses. And I've also turned pass into space on, because I do sometimes find against these sort of 4-4-2, 4-4-1-1 systems, they do provide a lot of space for little intricate, speedy passes with an unleashed pass over the top towards the end. So we'll see. That certainly has done well for us in the past. Oh, everybody inside the Bran half now. We're really starting to put the pressure on. Jonsson, Indestad, round the side for Bamba, and it's saved again. But Rakic again keeps the pressure on. So much better from us in the first 5 minutes of this second period. Just dominating this game. Rakic, Riedningen, Kawamoto on it. Can he pull it back for Bamba again, and it's blocked again? Back for Lewisstein. Jonsson from miles away, Rakic. Kawamoto, side netting. Some intricate stuff here from Bran. Clipping it out wide. Oh, actually, Hansen's there. Cornish was a little bit caught cold. Good save for your Hansen. Okay, chance for us here again. Blad, same mismatch of that near post. Blad's header! And it's hit the bar! Are you serious? I feel like last season, we'd have won this game 1-0. But there we go. 1-1 in the end. I think on the balance of it, we probably just about slightly edged it. Not anywhere near as much as we have recently. Like, a draw is probably okay. But it's just when it comes in amongst all the other ones where we haven't managed to get results and amongst that. And of course, that does now leave us down in 6th and 6 points off the top of the league. It seems to have all gone off the rails since that defeat to Rosenborg. They haven't managed to get back on track again since then, really. And we've sort of started to languish. We do now have a run of home games coming up in a row. So if we could just crack out like 3 wins in a row or something from some home game, or like 7 points from there, just to get ourselves back in the hunt, that could probably pull us back up into 3rd place and get us back in the battle. But I just don't know if they're going to be honest. But it's time to find out. Positive thoughts, right? That's what today's about. Positive thoughts. Kitalano delivers. Back post, 3 guys there. Whoa. Hello. How is this still in play? Oh, it's also a goal. I have no idea how they kept that ball in play. That's outrageous. Well done, I guess. 3 guys to pick out. Finds Kawamoto. Good block, as always. Wait, penalty? No, that is not a penalty. I mean, we'll take it because we need it, but that, for me, no, not a penalty. He's just blocked the ball. That's absurd. Rakic from the spot for his first goal of the season, and he actually scores. Tromsø 1, Lillestrøm 1. It's no more than we deserve from the match, but not in the way that we got it. That was definitely not a penalty. Indistad to Borchgrevik. Round the side. Vedegard is in. Oh, it's scored! It's in off the post! Tromsø 2, Lillestrøm 1. Emil Vedegard comes straight into that role as a central midfielder and scores immediately. That's a big, big goal. He's looked really good so far. Good ball in. Nobody there, but Rakic again. Goes for goal! Are you serious? It's 3-1 to Tromsø, and Jesse Rakic has really struggled to find the net all season. Then he scores a penalty and an absolute thunder bastard for 3-1. Lindau with a chance for Lillestrøm. Don't let them have a 3-2 in this game. They don't deserve it. How is this going to be 3-2? Tromsø 3, Lillestrøm 2. We're going to win, thank Christ, hopefully. We get the win in the end, but it's just the fact that we're somehow able to concede 2 goals off of that. This is our biggest problem. There's only so much we can do defensively to not concede opportunities at all, but it does seem like our opponents just seem to be able to score every chance they get practically, which is a real problem. It does sort of indicate to me that in order to get through us, they need to create really good opportunities, so that could skew it slightly. But again, good performance on the night, really good. Don't know how it was as close as it was on the night, honestly. We got a bit of fortune with the way that we got the equaliser, but after that, we never really looked back. Vedegard and Rakic could have had more. We could have had 4 or 5 towards the end, but we'll settle for the victory, even if it looks a little bit perhaps worse than it should do. But great performance, well done. We might remain 5th or move above into 5th, but we really, really needed that victory. It was against a good Lillestrøm side too. It at least keeps us in that battle for 3rd at the moment, while Mulder and Rosenborg are squabbling over much higher positions currently. I still feel like we can get back into that, but we now need to go on a run. And we've got 2 more home games coming up in a minute. One of them admittedly is against Stabæk, but the other one is against Viking. So we've definitely got a run of matches that we could potentially win and at least try and claw some of this back, because we're still performing well. Slightly different role for him today on the left-hand side of our back 3. Trying it out. Dida. Good first touch from him, actually. So it's around the side for Kawamoto. Around the side for Michael Indistad. He's drilled it home, and I think that is actually going to count. Tromsø 1, Stabæk 0. Mikael Indistad with the goal. An assist for Kawamoto. Haven't seen much out of him in front of goal lately, but an assist is very good. Well, there we go. 1-0 Tromsø. We worked our arses off there and actually got the result. It was just steady gains throughout, and then we kind of shut it down. Did what we did so often last season and actually shut things out there. Kawamoto did good to provide the assist. Indistad with the winner, but that's a really good result. And with that, we now do move up to 3rd in the league. So things definitely are starting to look a bit better for us, as Rosenborg lost at home to Odds. So now we only move 3 points behind them. Mulder did win again. They're looking very good, and the title is looking a tough task to get back. But at the very least now, we've moved ourselves back into a more comfortable position, and a position where I would expect us to be. We are still considered one of the best 2 teams in the league, but it's going to take a little while to sort of pull that one back. But getting wins in games like this is certainly going to help us, because this was a pretty marginal game, and we got the win. But look at Fredrikstad, man. Kawamoto now peeling into the space. Koki Kawamoto does his job. Tromsø 1, Viking 0, and this one surely is onside. Yes, it is. 1-0 Tromsø. Oh, very nice pass. Kawamoto finally was just able to get something on it that time. Try to find a second goal, but not over pushing it. Oh, Dina. Birgit Hansen, and well, it's 2-0. Steinberger Hansen's first goal of the season, pretty much put on a plate for us by Viking, and we've deserved this. We've been excellent on the night. Just took us a little while to get going, and this is more like it. Grönbeck, oh my god, look at the gap the keeper's left. Grönbeck could pick this out. Oh, and he has. So easy for Albert Grönbeck off the bench. Tromsø 3, Viking 0. Oh my goodness me. it's so cathartic watching us actually put up good results, and it's going to be 3 straight league victories for us now, all at home admittedly, but still you can only beat what's in front of you. Very nice indeed, limiting our opponents to 1 shot on target. In the second half we just really came out the traps. Kawamoto, Johansson and Grönbeck with the goals. Dida was fantastic, everybody was fantastic. This is more like it. We've had so many games in the past where we'd have like stats like this and it would be 0-0, but today the chances were there and we actually took them, and it's really nice to see. Even overperformed a little bit. Fantastic work. And even more superb news, we actually now go second as Rosenborg lose for the 2nd game in a row. Even our goal difference is better than theirs now, the 2nd best in the entire division. Still trail Molde by 6 points, which is a lot to crawl back, and they are looking extremely good, but at the very least we're certainly matching them statistics wise, which is the main thing. We just had to really put our foot down for the final 17 games of this season, and I think we're definitely looking more like a complete team now, and it's exciting times. We're nearly back to 2 points a game again. Cornic nips it back, clear throw, and it's in the bottom corner by Valdo Bamba. Has scored a goal with his foot to give us the lead away at Fredrikstad, his first footed goal of the season. And now we've got the lead, we just need to be careful here. Indistad, Bamba again, and it's enough. Well, would you look at that? When you wait for a really inefficient bus, sometimes 2 come along at once. A headed goal for Bamba, 2-0 to Tromsø. Maybe a hat-trick for Bamba, that would be quite something, wouldn't it? Ball in. Kawamoto's been pushed over, and now Bamba's going to get his chance, I think. Valdo Bamba, from the spot, scores a hat-trick. Of course he does. It's 3-0 to Tromsø, and Bamba has a hat-trick from centre midfield today. Genuinely excellent from him today. No complaints whatsoever. 3-0 up away at Fredrikstad. Obviously, we'd expect to win, but remember us last season. 3-0 away from home. Bamba pretty much ran the show for us there. Absolutely bailed us out a little bit. Still a very comfortable performance on the night, and exactly what I would have wanted. But it was just nice to see Bamba actually step up for once and prove that he can do it when playing in that role. Up to 4. He's literally, in one match, managed to get all the way up to his expected XG again, although maybe slightly less because of the penalty. But that just shows how much he was lagging behind. But there we go. 4 out of 4 now. The downside, of course, is that Molde will not stop winning. They just hammered Rosenborg 3-0, which now allows us to move into 2nd spot and 3 points clear of Rosenborg now. And everybody else is kind of squabbling amongst themselves. Meanwhile, we're here with 2 points a game, 4 wins on the bounce, and I mean, hey, I think the real key was getting that Lillestrøm victory over the line from coming from behind in that game to then getting an excellent, game-managed game against Stabæk. And then since then, we really just haven't looked back at all in matches, and the defense have really shored up. I've started listening to my assistant more with who he wants to put where defensively, and it does seem to have made a difference for us. So I must admit, that's good. Kawamoto, shame he didn't really get involved too much today, but again, good still. 6 points off the top is still so far back. But really, really happy with this at the moment. We're in a bit of a pickle here. Vedegård has 6 months left on his contract because I wasn't expecting to see him that much longer for us. He now won't talk to me, but Sassuolo have come in with a bid that could actually, for some reason, I don't know why they're actually willing to pay us money, but it might be useful just to keep the board off our back during this period, because I'm concerned that with our financial situation before we get Europe, that they might end up selling someone that we don't want, and I wonder if this might actually be a deal we could do. Johansson has twisted his ankle in training and is out for 4 to 5 weeks. This could genuinely be extremely costly. Goalkeeping injuries are very rare. That's why I don't put goalkeepers on the bench. Usually if they get injuries, it is in training. But this right here could be a turning point. We have a genuine problem because the guy I signed to be our backup goalkeeper has now strained his groin. Do we actually have a goalkeeper? This is not a joke. I'm not sure we have a goalkeeper. Well, we must have a youth goalkeeper. Oh, this is looking bad. Of course, they have to be registered to play in the squad. So we wouldn't, even if we had another goalkeeper, which oh God, this could get very interesting now. Are we back in another window again? There's only one goalkeeper available at the moment. It's this guy, Andreas Arneson. I'll have to just sign him up immediately. To hell with the consequences. Question is whether I can get him in before the game tomorrow. Man needs to sign in the next 6 hours. We're not going to have a goalkeeper for this match. Man did not sign in the next 6 hours. We do not have a goalkeeper for this match. Okay, so who's been in goal for our under-19 side then? Hi, random Polish man. Oh God, I can't even do that because I have to offer a contract. I can't. When you offer, they don't just get one straight away. We're going to have a grayed out goalkeeper in goal today, aren't we? Is it even going to let us do that? Yes. Yes, it is. But it is a grayed out goalkeeper. This man, Ludvig Martinsson Tornius, is going to be our goalkeeper for today. This is a man off the street. I swear to God, we've just gone around the crowd and gone like, does anybody have gloves on them right now? If so, would you like to play goalkeeper for us in a league match in Norway? Yeah, so I did right backless on stream last year. It turns out today we're doing goalkeeperless. If this guy keeps a clean sheet in this game and we win, or even does well and we win, I'm giving him a contract. I don't even care. Just out of pure joy. And I'm worried about how many goals we're going to need to get past that. Kawamoto's in, and he has actually scored. We lead. Salzburg 0, Tromsø 1. Koki Kawamoto gives us the lead here. We could make 5 straight victories here, but with a member of the crowd in goal. Imagine if we actually got another clean sheet. And we'd get the win as things stand, which would be huge. Indistad, can he slip one through the middle? He does. Kawamoto's in, and it is 2-0. Koki Kawamoto with the brace. Lovely little assist, and we are probably going to win the game, if nothing else. But now I just want that clean sheet to go with it. What a win it would be. Friedingen whips it all the way through. Indistad's header. Drops it down. It's a great finish from Albert Grönbach, and it's now 3-0 to Tromsø. We are really looking like a great side right now. Seem to have really ironed out all the kinks lately. This is brilliant. Really creative from him. Tate? Uh-oh. Surely not. Don't do it, lads. Oh no, it's gone in. He made a great stop initially off the first shot, but they did finally grab one. It's too late to matter, but oh dear. Bamba. Kawamoto, he's been fouled there, actually. It's in the net. We'll have a goal. No. Our keeper's better than yours. Jacob Hoare. Bye, Hoare. Well, Sarpsborg 1, Tromsø 3. They did get one back in the 87th minute, but our youngster did the job. He made 3 saves in this game. I mean, had he let them all in, which I would have expected, we'd have lost this 4-3. We get our 5th straight league victory. Kawamoto gets himself a brace. Indistad with 3 assists on the night, and that young man is getting himself a contract. Come on. Of course, in doing this, we've now gone from having no goalkeepers to, when the other comes back, 5 goalkeepers. That is an acceptable amount of goalkeepers. And now we're flying. League-wise, we are absolutely flying. Still 6 points off the top of Molde. Like, we've won 5 in a row, and the gap has not reduced by a single point, to give you an idea of how well they're doing lately. But we still only remain 3 points clear of Stabæk. But we've come from 6 points behind Rosenborg to now 5 points in front of them in the space of 5 matches. We are on an absolute roll right now, and very much deserving of where we are. And we're definitely up there with Molde. If we just didn't have that weird start. But still, they're bound to drop points at some point. We have already beaten them this year, so you never know. Look at him, all his glory. £100 a week for Ludwig Martinsson Tornius. He was working in a shop yesterday, and now here he is, professional footballer. Life comes at you fast. So Vedegera has gone to Sassuolo, 800 grand. We would have got nothing for him in a minute because he wasn't going to sign a contract, so that's necessary. The club are now pissed at that, also the squad, so this should be fun. Lacking depth. You know what? They're probably right, but we don't really have a lot of cash at the moment. He's actually really good. How the hell did... I just went to the free transfer list, saw the first guy that was Norwegian and homegrown, and just picked him up, and this is who we got. He's actually quite good. See? Squad depth. Yeah. We just did the draw for the 3rd round of the qualifying. Annoyingly, my face camera died right before we did that, which is very annoying because we got Dundalk. And yeah, so we were already going to be playing against a team from Albania, Tutor. Hopefully one of them can tutor Moise Kipre, because he's now missed training 7 times this season, which is good. He's going for the record. What's that? I want double digits out of you, mate. But nevertheless, we're playing against Dundalk after that, potentially, should we manage to scrape ourselves through. It's like a weird meeting of the saves, isn't it? Rakic from the spot to give us our 1st goal in Europe of the season, and he does it. His 3rd of the year. He's still underperforming a little bit, but we do lead early doors, which is good. I want a 3 or 4-0 victory, ideally. Rakic again. I think set pieces are going to be key for us today, as Velez gets on the end of it, and it is 2-0. Oh, hang on. Bit of space through the middle here, potentially. Tahiri's through. Well, they've actually scored. Tutor, their first shot of the match after 25 minutes, and our new goalkeeper couldn't keep that one out, and it's 2-1 here, incredibly. Rakic pops one through the middle for Kawamoto. Got to get back on his right. Oh, he's on his left, though. Doesn't matter. It's 3-1. Indistad's delivery, or maybe we can do it before half-time. Oh, we do. Lewisstein makes it 4-1. Rakic with another delivery. Near post, Velez. Oh, it's in off the crossbar, and it's 5-1. And I think Jesse Rakic might have 4 assists and a goal in this match now. Can he go for more? They just can't handle us aerially at the moment. And Velez, oh my God, it's a hat-trick for Robert Velez. Rakic pops it over the top for Kawamoto. Nice first touch. Sets himself. Great finish, and it's 7-1. And it's another assist. Clips it through. Kawamoto, and it's 8-1. And Koki Kawamoto now completes his hat-trick. Blandoni's ball in. And incredibly, they've actually scored another one. They've had 2 shots on target. Well, I would hate to be a Tutor fan, but it's still kind of annoying that they scored both shots on target in this match again. 8-2 to Tromsø in the end. Hat-tricks for Velez and Kawamoto. Jesse Rakic just got the 15 key passes, 5 assists, and a goal on the night for one of the best performances I've ever seen in a Tromsø shirt. That was a weird start, but we certainly put them to bed after that. My God. So just before we come back properly, I thought we'd just take a quick look at the stats, because I do like to show you this periodically throughout. And you can see that we really have kicked on now and are right up there on them. We are matching ourselves XG-wise going forward, which is great, because we are now sort of hitting our marks, basically. We're doing all we can, and we're doing well defensively, and we've actually slightly overperformed. Really what it's come down to is just Molde have been that little bit better at overperforming themselves, really. We're certainly up there as the 2 best sides in the league again, by a considerable margin. So hopefully, if the season continues like this, we can slowly start to reel them in a little bit over the rest of the year and hopefully drop off the teams below us and just turn this into a 2-horse battle. In addition, because of the fact that we did so well in Europe last year as a country, we've now got back to having 5 European spots, and that means that 2nd place is Champions League again, which is really, really useful indeed. But today, we're hosting, or going rather, away to Bodø in the derby. I mean, halfway stage in the season, really, really happy. Feels like there's been less games in today's video. Apologies for that. It's just that there's been enormous gaps because of European stuff with like the Euros, and then there was another enormous gap. So we have at one point gone like 2 months without even a fixture. So I'm 4 hours into this recording as it goes. Plus there's all sorts of other stuff. So I hope you don't mind slightly fewer games. It just gives us a chance. I was going to do the second leg as the Lycon, but we're already 8-2 up, and it felt a bit pointless doing that when I could do the derby instead. Johansson might actually be no. He, like, I want to, but he's not fresh to start against. So Armisen, who's not done well since he's come in, admittedly, but what can we do about it, is going to do that. So for the defensive line, that's weird that he wants to put those two there. That's fine. I've been listening to my assistant more defensively lately, and it seems to have worked for us. Kawamoto now on to 17 goals in 19 appearances. He's very, very good indeed. Obviously, we'll switch him back over. I'm pretty certain we've actually won like virtually every game in that off-camera segment after drawing the first one, typically. Watch us now draw this one just to bookend it. That said, narrow system, we may have to actually exploit the flanks for once. But whatever demons we seem to have exercised lately, and it's been fantastic to watch. And hopefully we can go one step further with making it 6 consecutive league victories, and by getting a win against Bodø, who admittedly have sacked their manager, so have a new guy in charge. After I think they lost 6 in a row at one point and have really slumped down the league. But, you know, new manager bounce and all that. Got to be careful. And Colombo straight away through for Bodø, and they're going to be in front after 20 seconds. Is it just like one of these things? It's the waveform collapses when I designate a game to be a live com. It's literally the observance of the match is what makes it break. It's a great ball through for Colombo though, and I mean, Armisen has now conceded every single shot on target against him since we brought him in, but we've got no choice. We've been very poor so far. Indistad clips one in, and it's Lewisstein! Blocked. Bladder. Ooh. Velej might have space here. He does, and it's a well-saved. Rakic again. Oh, Velej there's a massive mismatch. If he can win the header here, which he does, and he's missed again. He just has to get this on target today. I've gone to pass into space and a higher tempo, but I've turned off the width because for some reason we weren't really doing much with it, as Indistad's header is well saved. We're really starting to fluster Mulder now. And Velej's header is... How the hell is that not a goal? I don't know how Bamba's missed that. It was blocked, of course. Jonsson. Rakic, can he turn a shoot? Saved. I'm not really sure what more we can do at the moment. We've really turned it on ever since falling behind, and are just creating more and more and more. And hopefully, if we just carry on doing this for the rest of this match, the chances will come. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Marcio Roberto, don't foul him. Simple stuff. Ah, dear. Well, we've had a good run, eh? We've had a good little run of matches, and Bodø kind of owe us for that first day of the season, but I don't feel confident with this goalkeeper. He just doesn't save anything, and I feel like Johansson would have at least saved something by now in this game. Rakic delivers. Lewisstein, and it's saved again. Borsgrevink, Velej to Rakic now. Into the box. Indistad saved again. Rakic once more. Surely Velej is going to get one today. No? I mean, we can hardly complain. Oh, we can still, but at the very least, we've shown a lot more lately, but it just feels like we always seem to be chasing it rather than being just solidly good for a consistent period of time. Ball in. Indistad's header saved again. This goalkeeper saved everything today. I think that's 11 saves he's made. Now, obviously, you're not going to win every single game when you're doing well. And to be fair, we have been on a good run as of late. With a couple of little marginal ones in there too. So it was bound to come back to us again at some point. It's just annoying that it had to happen today, right off the back of some good performances. Because Molde will, of course, extend their advantage over us at the top. But we're still right up there, and it's just... Well, there we go. It's 2-0 to Bodø. Yeah, I think what irks me more about these matches that I feel like we have them more than we should do in games where our opponents are seemingly able to score chances despite barely getting any, and we just miss everything. And it's too often that happens, sadly. But I don't really know what you do about that, because the best you can do is try to prevent them having shots. And they have had a few shots, but so there we go. But now 7 points off the top. Still 3 clear of Stabæk and look far better than ever. It's just, it reminds me of the first season, except now we look like we're actually a bit more capable. That actually brings a very good run to an end. We'd won every single match in between. It's like the game knows I'm telling you, oh, this is a bit of the life. If I'd have decided to do the second leg, we'd have probably won that 3-0. But there we go. Next episode, of course, we're going to come back and start with Molde, because this is kind of a foregone conclusion, and then see what happens in Europe beyond there. Nevertheless, though, I still think we're back on the right track a little bit in the league, and actually still look really, really good. Even in the matches that we've lost or drawn today, we've still looked like the better side. And if we just carry on doing that for the rest of the season, surely Molde will start to hemorrhage points at some point, and we can start to sneak on in there. But then watch it be us continuing to hemorrhage points as well. It's kind of weird. But anyway, it certainly feels more positive than it has done in previously. Plus, we did goalkeeperless nearly today. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like. That would be spectacular. Oh, I'm sweaty as all hell. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. That'll be gorgeous too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Go follow there as well. And I'll see you guys very soon for some more of this, and possibly some signings too. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.